I keep on getting questions in the comments about how am I overlaying the data from the goggles onto the Avata, on the 4K footage from the Avata. So I'm gonna make a little tutorial video right here how I do it using the DaVinci Resolve. It's pretty easy. I know there's probably some other ways to do it where you could get a little bit cleaner, but I'm gonna show you my version how I do it, or how I come to figure out how to do it, and then it's up to you. You know, you guys could experiment and try your own combinations of something to make it more seamless. So, all right, we're gonna jump into it right here. All right. Well, obviously, the first thing that we're gonna do here is we're gonna open up DaVinci Resolve. That's what I've been using the entire time here. All right, and just same thing from my last video there. You gotta set up the timeline before you do any of these videos here, or you won't be able to encode or do anything in 4K. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and we're gonna walk through that process real quick before we start. All right, the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna set the timeline resolution, which is under File, Project Settings, and at the top here, there's Timeline Resolution. You're gonna want to go down and set it to 3840 times 2160 Ultra HD. You want your 4K. So once that's set, you want to set the timeline frame rate to also. I don't know why, but the Avata, it's 60 frames a second, but for some reason it registers as 59.94. So set that there first before doing anything. Save. Okay, you're good to go. All right, these are ones I just did this morning. I'm gonna make a video and upload it today, but these are this is the files from the Avata. I'm gonna put them in here, put them in our media pool. Gonna go back. I already copied over the files from the goggles. Now, as you know, there's a little SD card inside the goggles. You got to take that out and copy the goggle version. So, all right, once you got them in the media pool, the first thing you'll notice is that the Avata, any videos that are over 3 minutes and 50 seconds, it will stop it and it'll start another video. So you'll get multiple ones depending how long it is. The information from the goggles, that video is just one seamless thing. So you're going to get one file from the goggles. So now that we have all them here, we're going to move them into our timeline. This one being the one, we'll just put this one here. This is the first file. So that one's in our timeline right now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the goggle one right here. We're going to overlay it directly on top. So now we have both of them stacked on top of each other. Let's go under the Edit tab. So on the bottom here, we have our Avata file. And on the top here, this is the flight data one, the one from the goggle. Now all we're really going to do, you can see the image here. So now, right now, it's a matter of cropping this one to where we only just have this right now. So we're going to select this one, the one from the goggles. And in the top corner here, you're going to have all these little tools you can use. The one we're going to focus on is the cropping one right here. Open the crop. It's going to give you different selections, the left, right, top, bottom. So what we're going to do, as you can see, is I could swipe the goggle version, and that's the Avata version underneath it. That's what's going on here. Goggles, Avata. And you can see it doesn't match up one for one, no matter what you do, because you're going from 1080p to 4K. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim this down to just so we only have the flight data. Cut off the edges. We're going to bring the top down. You can see it. Let's get the top there. Same thing with the bottom. All right, so now this is the tricky part. We have this thing reduced, so this is all the things showing from the goggles right now. You can still see it's different. It doesn't overlay 100%. There's a little softness one here. I kind of do this. It makes the edges a little more rounded. So your next step, under Composite here, this is the tricky part. You're gonna have to do a little fine tuning one. This is where you're gonna have to learn for yourself here. Opacity. You can change how much the see-through is here, right? You could bring it all the way down so you could almost see nothing. You could bring it all the way up. But no matter what, you still have a little bit. You can see it. It's different. Composite mode, what I've been doing, this seems to be the best one I could find so far. There's all these different ones here. You can see they make different I don't know, different exposures. I don't know what it is, but the one I've been using is pin light. Put it on pin light. That right there almost makes it transparent, where you can only see the flight data, but you can't really see the rest of it. So then from here, you adjust the opacity. Bring that down a little bit. I've been doing mine around 25. So you can still see all the flight data and everything, but you can see through it. So now, when we play it, we skip to where there's some movement. There you go. Now you have the flight data in a perfect sync with your Avata video, and you can see right through it. All right, so that's pretty much it. So once you have that set, the one problem I do run into, no matter what I try to do, if I'm going from extreme darks to light, you could always see there's a little bit of lag in the video because the 1080p doesn't match up, 100% over the 4K. So you could see that when you switch between different scenes. But for the most part, it's almost seamless here. All right, so that's really it. I mean, as far as I know, I kind of figured that one out on my own. I kind of fumbled my way through it. I'm sure there's more, probably other ways of going about it, but it seems to be working for me so far. And you could even get more creative too. In my last video too, I put the some more flight data on there. Like when I changed from sport mode to manual mode, you could put the thing where you're setting the sticks. There's little tricks to do that. I don't want to expose everything, so you kind of got the basis of it, but I hope that helps a lot of people out. This will also work with the O3 units too. I think it's the same thing. So, all right, hope that answers the question.